All right, so let's get right into it. Look, we've all played around with AI chatbots, right? They're everywhere. But the next big thing, the real evolution, is already happening. And that's AI agents. And we're not just talking about chatbots that are a little bit smarter. We're talking about AI that can actually do stuff. So that's the big question, isn't it? Are these agents a whole new thing, or are they just, chatbots on steroids? That's exactly what we're going to unpack here. Okay, so to really wrap our heads around what makes an agent, we need to first talk about what's holding back the AI we use every day. There's this really cool concept a bunch of researchers came up with, and they call it the invisible leash. I mean, think about it for a second. Your standard chatbot, it's incredibly smart, right? But it's also kind of trapped. It's stuck with only the information it was trained on. It can't just go out and Google something. It can't learn anything new in real time. That massive pile of training data, that's its invisible leash. It's what keeps it from exploring and really getting things done in the world. So you've got this split, right? On one side, you have the pure text AI. It's just shuffling around knowledge it already has inside its own head. It's a closed box. But then, on the other side, you have this tool-integrated model. This AI can reach outside of itself. It can grab a calculator, fire up a search engine, or run some code. It can actually break out of that box to check if something's true or to tackle a really complicated task. The analogy I love is this. It's the difference between memorizing a cookbook and actually getting in the kitchen and cooking a meal. And I gotta stress this. Giving an AI tools isn't just a small feature update. No way. It is a fundamental game changer. So let's dig into the theory of why it's such a big deal. The fancy academic term for this is Tool Integrated Reasoning, or TIR for short. And the idea is actually super simple, but it's incredibly powerful. You just give a large language model access to some outside tools, and suddenly, it's not just a language machine anymore. It learns to reason, to problem solve, using those tools. And look, this isn't just some theory people are throwing around. We've got proof. Some really groundbreaking research came out of Tencent that laid out the first ever formal mathematical proof, showing that when you give an AI tools, you are fundamentally expanding what it can do. This is the paper that shows, with hard evidence, how you snap that invisible leash. And the researchers themselves put it perfectly. I love this quote. They said, the model isn't just using a tool, it is thinking with tools. Think about that. The tool becomes a part of its brain, an extension of its own thought process. It creates this powerful new kind of hybrid mind. So how does this thinking with tools thing actually work? Well, the paper broke it down into 3 key patterns. First, the AI has an idea, an insight, and it turns that fuzzy thought into something a computer can actually run. Second, it uses tools to explore and check its own ideas, kind of like a scientist in a lab running experiments. And third, and this is probably the most obvious one, it just offloads the heavy lifting for stuff like math, so it doesn't make silly mistakes. Okay, so the big question, does it actually make a difference? The answer is a huge, resounding yes. Take a look at this number. This is what the study called capability expansion. What does that mean? It means that for 15.4% of the really tough math problems they tested, the pure text AI, it just couldn't solve them. It was impossible. But the moment they gave that same AI some tools, bam, solvable. That's not a small improvement. That is a massive jump in pure problem-solving ability. But, it's not just about raw power. There's another huge reason this is a game changer, and it's something called token efficiency. It really just boils down to using the right tool for the right job. So imagine you ask an AI to check, 10 million different numbers for something. The agent with tools, it just writes a few lines of Python code, a simple loop, and boom, it's done. Super fast, super efficient. Now, the pure text AI, it would have to literally spell out the process of checking every single one of those 10 million numbers. It's not just inefficient, it's practically impossible. It shows you that sometimes code is just a way, way better language for getting things done. All right, enough of the theory, right? It's cool, but let's talk about what's happening in the real world. Let's take a little tour of the AI agent landscape and see who's actually building this stuff. And we can kind of split it into 3 main groups. First up, we've got the tools for business users. This is the whole no-code movement. We're talking about platforms like PowerDrill, Bloom, or agentbuilder.ai. The whole point here is that you, or anyone on your team, don't need to be a data scientist. You can just upload a spreadsheet, ask a question in plain English like, hey, what were our top-selling products last quarter? And it will come back with a full analysis, charts, the whole 9 yards. And the promise here is pretty huge. You see claims like making data analysis 100 times faster and more accessible. Now, the idea isn't to replace human analysts, not at all. It's about giving them superpowers. And for everyone else, it's about making data insights something that anyone can get their hands on, not just the experts. Okay, second category, the developers' toolkits. This is for all the coders out there who want to get their hands dirty and build their own custom agents from scratch. The big names you hear are open source frameworks like LangChain and Microsoft's AutoGen. Think of these as the Lego blocks, the plumbing that lets you hook up a language model to pretty much any API or tool you can think of. This is the sandbox where all the really wild cutting-edge stuff, like the famous baby AGI experiment, is born. And believe me, the developer community has jumped on this. Just look at this number. That's roughly 80,000. That's the number of stars LangChain has on GitHub. Now, for anyone who's not in the open source world, that is a massive vote of confidence. It's a huge signal that this is the go-to framework if you want to build this kind of stuff. And finally, the third category, the enterprise. You better believe the big tech giants are not missing out on this. They are embedding these AI agents, or copilots, directly into the massive software platforms that millions of us already use every single day. We're talking about Microsoft putting its Copilot right into Power BI, or Salesforce integrating Einstein GPT directly into Tableau. And all of this really points to what is probably the single biggest trend in software right now, the rise of the AI Copilot. The vision is simple. Pretty soon, every app you use will have an intelligent agent built right in, a proactive assistant that's always there, helping you work smarter, faster, and better. This is how agents stop being a cool tech demo and become a part of our daily lives. So, let's recap. We've gone through the theory, how giving an AI tools lets it break that invisible leash. We've looked at the major players building these things out in the real world. So, what's the end game here? Where is all of this heading? And it all kind of boils down to this one final provocative question. When you have an AI agent that can clean up your data, run a complex analysis, and then write a full report on its findings, will that AI agent be your next data analyst? Or is the real story that this AI copilot becomes the ultimate tool that makes every single human analyst out there 10 times better at their job? That, right there, is the future that we are all walking into right now.